Yeah, so welcome in our December's maintainers call. And let's see what topics we have to discuss. Hey, Nico, could you go first? If there is anything you would like to raise or discuss while we are all here?
So, I mean, I don't have a specific topic right now. Yeah, but in general, from my side, I want to contribute more in December at least, hopefully.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, not sure what kind of topic to discuss, to be honest.
Maybe in what areas would you like to contribute, and if there is any help you need from us or we can help you with?
I wanted to look a bit into how the Docker file is currently used, or the default Docker file that's generated by the CLI. I haven't checked it in a while, actually, what's the latest status there, but I think there could be some improvements of the default file. I think in terms of having multi-stage Docker build, for example.
Yeah, that's a good improvement. Yeah.
And also in terms of permissions, maybe. Yeah. I'm not. I think it's already using the node user. Yeah, but yeah, I need to check that again. Yeah, and then I wanted also to check a bit on the LoopBack shopping app. There is this Kubernetes setup or some files, something Raymond started there. Yeah, and I wanted to check that out. What's there? Yeah. Maybe I can contribute something there.
Cool, that would be awesome. I think we are using Helm charts, but I'm not sure how exactly is shopping cart configured.
Yeah, I think so. I was once trying to follow the instruction, and yeah, just using Helm chart.
So I guess it would make sense to upgrade it to Kubernetes config. So yeah, if you would like to look into that, then that would be great.
I mean, that depends how it should be, right? I mean, Helm would be better, I would say, in terms of using it, but maybe it's too complex or.
So what I'm thinking about it, I think it would be good to have two configurations. One is for testing or running the service locally. I'm not sure if Helm or like Docker Compose is the best tool for that. And then as a nice to have, we can have a Kubernetes configuration for deploying all services into like staging or production.
Yeah.
To show how this could be done.
Yeah, I think that would be best though with a Helm chart, basically.
Okay.
I would say, yeah. But yeah, for local development, Docker Compose is probably good. Although, yeah, with Docker Desktop, for example, or Minikube, it would also be feasible to run it with Kubernetes. Yeah.
Well, take a look. We are open to suggestions.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, maybe Nora, can you go next? Is there anything you would like to discuss or share with us? Or get help with?
Can't really think of anything right now, sorry.
It's fine, no worries. Jenny, would you like to go next?
Sure. So recently I've been helping community members on solving different minor issues, not most questions on Slack, and also on GitHub. So basically, they those questions are across all the repositories and areas, and I don't have I don't have a particular area that I want to improve next, but if I still have the time, I will probably improve the still the authentication and authorization documentations, including especially the GWT example. Like I see I still see people raising questions about the tutorials, and I think there are still something unclear, like how to bind the service and how to customize the service, the token service and user service. So I will probably review the existing documentations and see how to make it more clear.
That would be awesome. Writing good documentation is always difficult. So if you can incorporate user feedback, then yeah, that would be great. Go ahead.
And other areas I focused on like filters, repositories, and like the migration script and those stuff. And I will also clean up some issues we have. And yeah, that's everything from me. That's all my plan for this week and next week.
Cool. Good luck.
Yep. Thank you.
Tom?
Sure. So there's a to-do list MySQL example that I have an open PR from, and because of other work, I haven't been able to circle back to it, but I have it working. The only thing that needs to be done, last we spoke, is we don't want the CI jobs for to basically have to run those tests, right? So you were suggesting I kind of put it somewhere else and also get the LB4 CLI examples command to find it in a different folder than the examples folder. So I haven't had a chance to circle back to that, but yeah, there's a lot of documentation actually that for besides the sample itself. The reason I did that is I wanted to have clear instructions for someone to move from an in-memory connector to-do list to go to a relational database, because there wasn't a lot of information on that. And when I attempted it, I had to go digging around all over the place to find some proper information to get it working, right? So, so besides having the to-do list samples set up for MySQL, I also have documentation on getting it running in a Docker image, pulling it down and setting it up, via Docker image if people don't have MySQL installed on their computer. And also there's information there about how to get around a current issue. MySQL, the regular MySQL, it's fine. But then when MySQL 8 came out, they changed their default authentication to SHA-2B.
Yeah, that one is tricky.
That's causing a lot of people in the Node.js world problems, because there's a driver out there for connecting to MySQL, which we use as well, and it doesn't support out of the box SHA-2, that stuff. So some instructions you'll find out there on the internet is to basically, if someone does want to use 8, they got but they want to be able to use Node.js to connect to it, they have to run some commands inside the database to change the authentication back to native, as it's called. So I have some instructions there, but in the sample itself, I basically say, download the version 5, something, whatever. And if they want to use 8, then they have to jump through some extra hoops to get it working. And besides that, yeah, just more documentation on what each of the the foreign key properties mean, like for MySQL, anyways, right? And to set it up. So yeah, so I think it'll be a useful example for people who want to move into the relational database area
definitely.
right after doing the in-memory connector. Yeah, so the only thing that's stopping me right now is that looking into having the time to look into the code to see how we can get these LB4 examples CLI to look in a different directory to in our monorepo to find the content and stuff. So yeah, I have yet to do that, but I think it'll be a good sample.
Maybe an idea to consider. I've been bitten by the MySQL 8 authentication problem as well. So maybe if we can describe this in the connectors README, make it clear that if you want to use the connector, then the easiest option is to use MySQL version 5. And if you want to use MySQL version 8, then put some links to
right
documentation
okay, so,
how to deal with that in Node.js.
Right.
Just
yeah, I do
idea.
in the documentation, but you're saying put it directly into the README of the example or something.
I would put it in the README of our LoopBack connector for MySQL.
Oh, I see.
But you can have it in both places, right? Maybe in the connectors README, you can have like the source of truth, the reference version of all the necessary information. And then in your to-do list example, you can just mention this aspect and refer readers to the connector README for more details.
I see. Right. Yeah, sure. Definitely. That's a good idea. Putting that in the connector README as well. Yeah, that's it from me.
Oh. Yep.
All right. Okay, so I've been working on the new version of the MongoDB connector 6.x. We'll be dropping support for LoopBack 3, and it would introduce a string interface for object ID. So users will no longer be directly referring to the object ID. They will be using the stringified value of object IDs. So I made some good progress, but I need to clean up some stuff, which may be done by the end of this year, if not early Jan.
Sounds good. We've been trying to fix the object ID problems for last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Made several attempts, a spike for short-term solution, a spike for long-term solution, and more work. So it would be great to see it finally fixed and done. I'm looking very forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Japa. Diana, is there anything you would like to share with us?
Yeah, so one of the things that I hope I could get to the time to do is like there are lots of good discussion and question and answers in the Slack channel. And like instead of putting a separate blog, and I'm thinking like I'm trying to see if there's something that it's like more concrete, and then there's a related GitHub issues, then I would try to put back those information and eventually, and I can help to improve the docs based on the questions that, like the answers that we have in the Slack channel. And I think that might be a better approach and like, yeah, contribute back to the documentation.
Cool. Sounds good. So I guess I'm the last one. So recently I had less time to work on LoopBack. So I'm mostly focusing on enabling others to get their work done, help them with devices and review pull requests, try to offer suggestions on how to solve problems or implement features. And I think that will be mostly the same way in the next year as well. So I don't have much to report. And that closed the loop. Is there anything else to discuss? Any topic we would like to raise? Any concerns? Or maybe some celebration moments, something to appraise for.
I can share a little bit on what we have sort of shared in our team meeting earlier. So I think as a recap for year 2020, we have 6 new maintainers, community maintainers joined. So including Nico and Nora, and so thanks a lot for your contribution. And also in terms of the monthly download, and I think we are 3 times more than like in November than what we have in January. So I think it's a good sign that like we're getting more adoption for LoopBack 4. And I think like some of the major accomplishment that we have done together with the community users are the migration guide. We're able to finish it, the MVP of it, and there's some documentation enhancement. There's like quite a lot of the restructuring happening there, and then there's and lots of useful experimental extensions that we've done for like TypeORM, WebSocket, GraphQL, and things like that. And we also have the 11 new user references added to our website. So those, like from what they have sent me, like the comments on the LoopBack usage, I think a lot of them are using LoopBack 4 and also using it in production. And so I think that's a very good news for us. So that's what I would like to share as a sort of a recap of the of this year. I think this is the last one of this year.
I think that's the best way how to finish this call.
Thank
Thank you, Diana. So yes, that's it. Have a happy holiday season and see you next year. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.